Hi everyone! So I've decided to do this video. I have talked about it briefly in some of my videos on Instagram and TikTok, where I mentioned that I was going to come to you with a video that will help you to heal yourself, to mentor yourself, coach yourself, counsel yourself, whatever you want to call it, basically just a way of giving yourself self-care in the moments when you need it. Now, this can be really helpful if you, for instance, can't afford your own therapy, if you don't have anyone to turn to, or you just literally want to try something for yourself and take care of yourself in the moments when you need it. I have used different parts of this method at different points, and every part has been so helpful for me in my own journey and has helped me to shift and to build my confidence, my self-esteem, helped me to get clarity on certain things in my life, and also helped me to support other people because I've realised things about myself and been able to be a much better holding space for someone else, because I've been a good holding space for myself first, and that is one of the keys I'm going to talk about. Now, I've decided to create a new model with this. I'm going to use it in future to help clients, and I just love the way it kind of all fell together. It just came to me one morning and I was like, that's perfect. So I'm using the word rest and the letters in the word rest, and just to kind of help you to remember this model as well in times when you need it. So I'm going to go through the letters. I'm going to say each part and how you can just start to look after yourself, okay? So anytime that you are feeling, I don't know, stressed, off centre, worried, well, it doesn't even have to be negative. It can just be like, oh, I don't know what's going on for me, just not feeling right, just off a bit. You know, can be anything where you don't feel like yourself, basically. Anytime you feel like that, you can come to this method. So what does the word rest mean then, and how can this support you? So the first letter is R. That is reflect. Okay, the first part of any healing, and any therapist will tell you the same, is self-awareness. Self-awareness and acceptance of where you are at and what is going on for you. So reflect. Okay, you can reflect, you can stop, you can pause, whatever you're doing. Okay, if you can, obviously. If not, give yourself time to do that. Stop and pause and reflect on what's going on for you, what is happening for you in your life, okay, and how you're feeling, how you're thinking. So you can ask yourself questions, you know, self-awareness, right? What is going on for me right now? You know, what is happening in my world? What is happening right in front of me? What is happening in my environment? What am I thinking about this? What am I feeling about this? What am I believing about this situation? And what am I believing about myself with regards to this situation? They are is that four? I don't know, 5. They are really good questions to ask yourself, to just stop, pause and reflect, okay? And then the acceptance part comes in when you accept exactly what you're going through. You don't deny your experience, okay? You're not in denial. You're saying, do you know what? I'm feeling really crap right now. Sorry, rubbish right now. And this is why. I accept that I'm feeling sad. I accept that I'm feeling angry. And this is why, right? It's reflecting on exactly why you're feeling that way. And that leads perfectly into the next letter, which is E, and that is empathy, okay? So having empathy, as we know, it's a really good skill and good tool to connect with other people. Empathy is when you are putting yourself in the shoes of another person. You are stepping into their world. You're not getting wrapped up in your own stuff and what's going on for you. You are seeing things from their perspective, and you're seeing things from their world. Empathy is actually a skill. It's something you can learn. Yet some people are naturally born with it. And, you know, you could argue that everybody is naturally born with it. You just need something to uncover that skill that you already have, right? But it's also something you can learn, you can develop. And one of the ways that I found was the best way to develop empathy was actually having empathy for yourself first. My empathy grew when I had empathy for myself. When I actually did that first thing of stopping, reflecting on what's going on for me, what is going on in my environment, and seeing my world for what it is, right? So that is kind of, it's you know, saying to yourself, no wonder I feel this way. I'm going through this experience, right? Of course I feel sad. Of course I feel angry. You know, and it's not gaslighting yourself. It's saying, yeah, I feel this way because of this. Because this person is being rude to me. This person is being unkind to me. You know, I'm losing my job. I've lost a person in my life. I have just lost loads of money. I am losing my home. You know, it doesn't have to be big things like that. But just to give you an example, it's literally saying, yeah, this is going on for me. No wonder I feel this way, right? Of course I feel this way. And it's just seeing things for what they are and accepting it and saying, yeah, this is my world right now and this is what I'm going through. It's not denying it, it's not burying it, it's not hiding it, it's not running away from it, right? So that's empathy, stepping into your world, seeing your world for what it is, and yeah, just owning your experience, okay? It's kind of an observational skill as well. It's, you know, I observe what's going on for me. I can clearly see it. And I can clearly see my feelings, and I can clearly see my thoughts and my experience, okay? The third letter is S, self-compassion. This is what I deem as kind of giving yourself a big hug. It's bringing complete love, unconditional love into the situation. It's holding the space for yourself. It's telling yourself, I am here for you. I see you. I hear you. I acknowledge you. You know, I accept you. I accept your feelings. I love you. It's telling yourself all of these things. So what that would look like in terms of, you know, how you can support yourself in these times is something I'm learning at the moment, and I'm actually going to be training in a new area, which is all about compassion and how we can bring that into therapy. But I've been trying a new tool recently, been learning a new skill, and well, not really skill, it's something that's inbuilt in me anyway. It's just bringing it out, like I say, like the empathy thing. But it's learning how to use your natural heart, your natural love and compassion to hold people and to really support them. And I've been doing it for myself first, because I always do. Everything I teach, I do for myself first, because I think that is the best way to learn it, to be able to teach it, to be able to support people with it. And this is what I'm going to teach you today. It's like, learn how to be compassionate to yourself first, so then you can be more compassionate to other people naturally. It will just naturally occur. So the way that you can do this, sorry, I feel like I'm rambling on, is imagine that feeling that you're feeling, or that belief that you're believing, that thought that you're experiencing. Imagine it as another part of you, right? And that part of you can be here, it can be inside your heart, in your body, or it can be outside. You can visualize yourself, visualize this part of you outside of yourself. It could be any age, so if you can even change that, right? So say for instance you're feeling really angry about something that's going on for you right now. Imagine that part of you and think, what age are they? You know, what do they look like? Could be that they are a teenager, right? You're an angry teenager again. Imagine that teenager either inside of you or outside of you, whatever feels right for you. Speak to them as if you are, you know, their parent or their best friend, or, you know, just someone that loves them so much. And something that I've learned is to say, you know, when someone loses someone and you say, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry that you're going through this, right? That is your heart speaking. And that's all you have to do, is literally just show them that you care for them. I'm sorry that you're sad. I'm so sorry that you're experiencing this right now. And imagine yourself giving them a hug, if they are believing something about themselves, so if they believe that they're a bad person, this skill is quite unique in terms of it's not saying, so what you say is, I'm sorry, you're a bad person, right? But you might think that's weird, right? You might think I'm saying they're a bad person. No, I'm not. What I'm doing is I'm validating what they feel. So that teenager, for instance, is saying, I'm a bad person. I'm such a bad person. I believe I'm a bad person. What you're doing is you're validating their belief by saying, I'm sorry, you're a bad person. I'm sorry, in a way, I'm sorry you believe you're a bad person. But by saying, I'm sorry you're a bad person, you're actually empathizing with them. You're stepping into their world. You're seeing it from their perspective. You're stepping into their belief, right? When they hear that you have completely given compassion and empathy to that, it disappears, right? Someone understands them. Someone validates them. Someone's not saying, oh, no, you're not a bad person. Don't worry about it. Oh, you're a good person. That's invalidating their experience, right? This is so key. This is so important because so many people do this, right? They will go, no, don't be silly. Don't call yourself that. Be kind to yourself, right? In their experience, that's you not listening. That's you saying, no, what you believe isn't true, right? So this is like deeper compassion, right? Deeper empathy. It's saying, I'm sorry you believe that about yourself, right? I'm so sorry that you're sad. I'm so sorry you're angry. I'm so sorry that you're a bad person. Sorry you're ashamed. I'm sorry you're angry. I'm so sorry that you're going through this. I'm so sorry that that person is making you feel this way. Like, it's so simple to use these words. And also, you know, you can imagine yourself giving yourself, well, that person, a hug. You can imagine yourself, like, you know, just sitting with them and being with them and saying things like, I hear you, I see you, I know you, I understand you, I'm here for you, I love you. Whatever comes to you naturally through your heart, say that to that part of you, okay? Anyway, I think hopefully I have kind of explained that well, that one, because that is it's kind of a deeper one, but it really goes to the root, because we all have a heart, and we all are love, and we need to express that and show that and hold people in that and with that, okay? It's nurturing, it's holding, it's supporting. The final one is T, which is truth. Now, when I originally did this video, I tried to do it and it wasn't right. So I stopped it and I thought, I'm going to have to do it again. And I'm glad I did, because this morning I realised the second part of this, right? There's two parts of truth. The first part is asking yourself, what do I actually want? What do I want to feel? What do I want in my life? What do I want to believe? Right? It's getting honest with yourself, seeing the truth of your experience, right? The word relationship just came into my head, so it's obviously just saying, right, give an example of a relationship, right? So say, for instance, you've been in a abusive relationship, right, for a while, right? I'm just going to use that as an example. It's making you, you know, your experience of this relationship is horrible, okay? It's making you feel awful. It's making you think all things about yourself and about your situation. You've gone through this, right? You've reflected on the situation, right? I'm in a toxic relationship. I feel this way. Of course I feel that way. I'm giving myself love, compassion, right? Now, once I've done all that, what do I want? Do I want to be in this relationship? What do I want for myself? Do I want a better relationship? Do I want to heal this relationship? Get honest with yourself once you've done all this. But you have to do the first 3 steps first, okay? Once you've seen that truth, once you know exactly what you want, and you know kind of, yeah, what you want to feel, what you want to experience, go through the steps again, right? Maybe not the first one, because you're kind of doing that with the T, with the truth, but empathy and compassion, go through those steps with that again, right? So empathize, you know, of course I want this for myself, right? Self-compassion. I'm sorry that you, actually, no, hang on a second. I need to step back. Yeah, you get clear on what you want. Then ask yourself, what am I believing about this new truth? Okay, what am I believing? Maybe what am I believing about, whether I can actually get a new relationship or not? Do I believe that I can get a new relationship? Do I believe that I deserve this? What do I believe about it, basically? Okay, that is key. So what do I believe about my new truth? So you could say, well, I don't believe I'm good enough for a new relationship. I don't believe that it's achievable. It could be about a house, right? I'm not happy in my home. I really want to live on my own. I really want to live in a new house, but I believe I can't afford it, right? This is a really good example, actually. So then go back to empathy and compassion, right? Of course, I don't believe that I can afford a new home because I can clearly see in my bank account I don't have the money, right? That is an example. Compassion. I'm so sorry you don't believe that you can afford a new home. I'm so sorry you don't have the funds. I'm so sorry that you can't find a way to find the funds. I'm so sorry you don't believe that you're good enough to receive this new home. Whatever comes to you, right? Give that love and compassion to that part of you that doesn't believe that you can have what you want, right? Keep doing this until you feel that you have, until you feel like you feel better about the situation, until you feel more confident with the situation, until you believe that you can actually achieve these things. It's such a strong model, it's such a strong method, and I've been doing it with a few things over the last couple of months, really. It has shifted my mindset, has shifted what I believe about myself, it has shifted my confidence in certain areas, and I've actually seen an improvement in what I'm actually doing about my life, and especially, money and things like that has really helped with that. So it can help in so many different areas. It's not just in one area. So just to recap, R is reflect, E is empathy, S is self-compassion, and T is truth. The second part of truth, actually, I forgot to say, is that you will start to see the truth. You will start to see the truth of yourself. You will start to see the truth of who you really are and what's inside of you and what you can achieve in your life. This has happened to me when I originally was able to give empathy to myself. I went from being a really quiet, shy, not very confident person speaking in public, right? Suddenly I had all this new confidence. I could easily speak in a group of people. I could go into a room where I could speak to strangers and just talk about myself, right? And felt okay. Before that, I was shaking. My voice was like really all over the place. My heart was racing. But now I'm calm. I'm fine. And this was all because I reflected. I was self-aware. I gave empathy to myself. Gave love to myself. All of these steps created that, and I would never have been able to do these videos without that. So that's an example. It does work, it does help. So that is the R.E.S.T model. I really do hope that helps and supports some people out there. Please let me know, give it a go, don't give up on it, okay? Everything is practice. These things are not going to be comfortable sometimes when you first start doing them. I just got an affirmation on my phone, says I deserve to be treated well, and you do, okay? By yourself as well. Yeah, these aren't going to be easy to start with, especially if you're not used to these things, right? If you're not used to looking after yourself, if you're used to just kind of looking after everybody else rather than yourself, if you are not used to empathy, if empathy doesn't come natural to you, because it doesn't for a lot of people, you're going to have to build that muscle, that empathic muscle, okay? It will take time, it will take practice, but please do not give up on it. This is so crucial for your own self-help and growth and well-being. Okay, so there you go. That is the R.E.S.T model. I hope it helps and supports you, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.